Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Emma. Hello, my lovely. Hi, Nicola. Hi, Bronnie. Hi, Julie. Hi, Sue. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? The game is on, so I don't expect many people to be here at the moment, which is fine. Hi, Sally. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Jan. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Paul. Hello. Oh, bless you, Bronnie. I was about to say I still have my cold, so yeah, I might have to mute it to like blow my nose and I've got red everywhere. But yeah, so I've still got my cold, but it is what it is. So yeah, I if I have to mute you, that's why. So today is a normal live, finally back to normal. We have got mystery and surprise oysters, both available. For those of you who don't know, England v USA are playing in the World Cup at the moment. So, if England score, there will be posted on the page a money off voucher which will be live for 10 minutes, and that will happen each time they score throughout the game, if they score. So, if they do score, I may have to pause quickly just to post that link out. Of course, I'll let you guys know as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Sue, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars. In other updates, so we've got the new Christmas stock on the website, the new other stock, lots of items back in stock, and I'm hoping by next week our new game will be launched. A little preview of our new game. Dun, dun, dun. So keep an eye out on the website. I'm hoping that will be launched by next week. My aim is for it to be launched definitely by December, but keep an eye out. Post-wise, Royal Mail have been on strike for the last, it's either 24 or 48 hours, so the post run hasn't gone out the end back of this end week because they have been on strike. So the post will be going out from Monday, because my post office obviously there's no point if it's not going to be collected and stuff, but hopefully after that 48 hours Monday will be okay, and then everyone will get their dispatched emails then. I think that's all the updates. Yeah, the order list was posted on the page. I did just update it as well. There is still space available for today. If you would like to order, I'll update the order list as we go. And I think that's everything. Yeah. Debbie, bless you. Thank you for these stars there. So, shall we get started? Up first today is Janet Perling. Janet, are you here? Linda, hello. Welcome to everybody joining. Jan, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So you are up first today. You have got one opening altogether. So we've got mystery oysters or the surprise bag, which I may have to go top up, but we've definitely got oysters to top them up. Which bag would you like? And would you, oh, you've already said mystery, donate the shells. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for? I'm just going to keep moving those out of the way so we can see our elves and baskets. So let me get this open. What did we have for dinner? I had toad in the hole and veggies for dinner today. It was very nice. Right, let's go down. So your mystery oyster, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Mandy, what's your order number, my lovely? I can have a look for you. Don't mind, we're going to wait to see what comes out. Okay. Light pop there. So in here, what's Toad in the Hole? It's sausages with like a batter which rises like a Yorkshire pudding around it. So the sausages are in the batter itself, and then with like steamed veggies on the side. Okay, so there's a little bit of flesh there, but we can see there's no post there. No post? Oh, you can tell I've got post on the brain. No pearls there. I can see, however, Jan, that you've got a multiple oyster here. So let me have a squidge. 1, 2, 3. And you have triples. There's no more in that one. So you've got 3 pearls in your oyster here. Okay, so we've got a lemon yellow, a autumn peach, and it's a 2-tonal apple green, because if I show you the apple green, so there's your lemon yellow and your autumn peach, and your apple green has got a few darker spots to him there. Let me just get it focused. There we go. So a 2-tonal apple green as well. What do you think to these, Jan, my lovely? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll need to know which one you'd like on your, oh no, sorry, if you're happy with them, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can, of course, swap them for you. If I run them through the board, the lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the 2-tonal apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. I have lilacs. I don't have sea blues at the moment. So I can grab a lilac for you. So if I pop that at the front there, so if you're happy with that one, which pearl would you like to swap out for it? And if you're not happy, of course I can change it again. Oh wow, Zoe, that's amazing. Good luck, my lovely. Mandy, I've got down that you wanted it ready-made. Did you not want it with the sunshine yellow? Did you want the oyster opening instead? If so, that's not a problem. I can give you the oyster opening. It's just I thought you wanted the sunshine yellow ready-made. So just let me know, and if so, I can add you on for today. Suzanne, wow, thank you ever so much for the stars there. Thank you, my lovely. Oh, 3 lilacs. Yep. Now they won't all be the same. Nicola, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. Now, Jan, can you just confirm, are you happy with those 3 there? So they're all different sizes and slightly different shades as well, because I won't have 3 matching. Lovely. Okay, perfect. Let me bring you back up here then and pop these in here. Jan, thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. And that's on there. So I hope you'll be happy with everything, my lovely, once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. No, Mandy, it's my misunderstanding. So you do have an oyster opening that comes with it. Let me just double check. Oh, I've forgotten the order. 2473? No. Oh, ghost. Let me just bring it up again. 23746. So you do have a gift box and you have requested an oyster opening with it. Because obviously you said you wanted the sunshine yellow, I assumed you didn't want the oyster opening and you just wanted the yellow pearl. So I'm printing it off now and I can add you on the order list for today. That's not a problem. And then of course if you wanted to swap the pearl for the yellow, that's absolutely fine. Does that make sense? Jan, you're very welcome. Nicola, don't be sorry at all. Thank you for joining us. Oh wow, Rachel, how time flies. Right, up next today is Nicola Dyson. Nicola, are you here? Nicola, hello. Now you have got one opening altogether as well. What type of oyster would you like, Nicola? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? No, don't be sorry, Mandy. Like I said, it's my misunderstanding, so I apologise. But I've just added you onto the order list. So when I do the update, you'll see your name there. And at the moment, if you look on the order list on the page, you'll be after Joe H. Okay. Donate the shells, Nicola, not a problem. Would you like a mystery or a surprise bag? Just mark that you're here as well. Perfect. Mystery oyster or the surprise oyster, my lovely? Surprise. Sorry, my lovely, that comment didn't come through. So, surprise oyster, donate the shell. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for? Now, this one's a potential stinky one. We're going to go for it. It's got a lot of liquid in him, but we're going to go for it. I can't smell anything yet. A little bit scared. Let's go down. Oh, okay, so surprise oyster. Oh, I can't remember, Nicola. If you want to know, if you pop me an email over, I'm very happy to have a look for you and send you a link. But off the top of my head, I can't remember. There's one side. Oh, bless you, Dawn. And the other side. I don't feel it tonight because I'm full of cold. I just feel blah. Okay, so in here, Nicola, you've got a darker pearl. And there's no more in that one. So if I dry this up for you. Now he looks like he's a darker, slightly two-tonal silver pearl. Not often, it's just we had a stinky batch. So it's not the batch I'm opening now, it's just made me wary. Because I had a stinky batch, yeah, I'm just a little bit more cautious when I open them now. So, two-tonal silver, Nicola. Are you happy with this one? Of course, if you're not happy, we can swap him for you. Suzanne, I can definitely add them together. It's not a problem. If I don't do it automatically, just remind me. And you can keep your place in the list. It's not a problem. Swap for a lilac, Nicola. Not a problem. Okay, so this is a slightly lighter lilac. Let me know, would you be happy with that one? And put the lilac on the pendant, not a problem. Let me know, are you happy with that one there? Sue, I actually went with my size that I am in the UK because I couldn't find the sizes either. If you click they can show them in inches, so there is a section on the site where you can go and find what size is in inches, and then you can work it out that way. But yeah, I ended up going for the size that I am in the UK, and it worked out okay. So a couple of items were slightly larger. But yeah, darker lilac. Nicola, I'm so sorry, your comments I don't think are coming through to me. So thank you guys for commenting on them, because that does bring it forward. So I've left the lighter one in the sand just so you can see. Would you like the lighter or the darker one? Lovely for the darker one. Okay, not a problem. Let me pop this in here. And that's on there for you. Nicola, thank you for the donations with your shells. And again, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Oh, I missed. Okay. And that means up next today is Dawn Barbner. Dawn, are you here? I'm just going to see if my tea's ready to drink. I didn't put it in a Christmas mug, which I'm a little bit sad about. I did, so this one's from there as well. It says Merry Christmas. It's got like a little Santa hat outline, and the sleeves come all the way down. I mean, the sleeves are quite big on this one, but I like to roll them up. Nicola, bless you. Thank you for the stars. And Dawn, you're here as well. Hello, my lovely. You have got one opening altogether, and you'd like to have a mystery oyster and to donate your shells. Would there be a certain colour that you're hoping for at all, Dawn? So let's go down. So mystery oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. Now I can see a peeper to this side, but I'll just show you here first. There's no pearls on that side. Now I can see a darker, oh, is that I think that's a double peeper there. So there's one and, oh, a runaway two. Let me just have a squidge, see if there's any more in here. Okay, so there's no more in that one, which means you are twinning. Okay, twinning with darker, deeper pearls here. Let me dry these up for you. Visually, one may be slightly larger than the other. Are they oil slick? I don't think they are. That one's not. Nope, they are black pearls there. Again, one's slightly larger, so the larger one's on this side, and then the visually smaller one's on that side. They may measure the same, but they visually do look slightly different. Dawn, darker black twins here. Now again, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you have a preference of size, which one would you like on the jewellery? Of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. The visually smaller of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The visually larger of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. So they are measuring different sizes. One black for a cherry for the pendant. Of course you can. Do you have a preference which one to swap out? The larger or the smaller? Oh, black cherry. I went for a brighter burgundy. Would you prefer me to go for a darker black cherry? Sorry, I saw cherry. I didn't see the black cherry. So we can go for a darker shade if that's what you'd prefer. So are you happy with that red? If not, I can go a darker shade. And do you have a preference to swap out the smaller or the larger black? So the smaller's on this side, and of course the larger then would be on this side. He does look a little bit like Rudolph there, doesn't he? Just need to add some antlers in. You've sent a loyalty card as well. Okay, I'll have a look for you. If you still decide on those ones there, let me know if those are okay. And then I'll have a look for that loyalty card now. Oh, thank you, Maureen, for commenting on that. So you're happy with that red and swap the smallest one out, and then it's the red on the jewellery. I think I found your card. Let me just have a look. Okay, that's perfect. With your loyalty card then, which type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate those shells? Let me just write down that we're going to have the red on the jewellery. Perfect. So is it mystery oyster again, or would you like to go for a surprise oyster? Mystery and donate the shells again. Perfect. So mystery oyster, would there be a certain colour you're hoping for with this one? Let's go down. So mystery oyster. Lighter pop there. Oh, and in here, a little bit of a pearl blister in there, but we can definitely see there's no pearls on that side. And then in here, you've got a watermelon. And there's no more in that one. So we have a watermelon pearl. Let me hold him up for you, Dawn, so you can have a closer look. Again, if you're happy with this one, that's perfect. If you're not happy, I can swap him. I do have your original 2 in the sand as well. And I'll just measure the watermelon in a moment. So your watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Of course you can. So red on the jewellery, and then you'd like to have the watermelon on a small lobster fitting. Okay, perfect. I've got that down for you. Now the invoice for the small lobster fitting, that will get sent across for you over the weekend, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. I'm just popping these on here. Okay, so Dawn, I hope you're happy with everything there. You're very, very welcome, and thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells as well, and that's safe up there for you. Oh, bless you, Nicola. Well, thank you for joining us, my lovely. And up next then today is Ira Rowlands. Ira, are you here? Ira, hello. Now you've got 2 oyster openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Sorry, I'm drinking my tea before it just goes too cold. Oh, bless you, Sue. Thank you. Sorry, I think that's only like my second cup of tea for the day, so I don't want to waste it. Mystery and donate the shells. Would there be a certain colour that you're hoping for at all? So 2 mystery oysters. Let me get them open. There's 1 and 2. And let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now there's no pearls on that side. And if we have a squidge in here, you've got a chocolate bronze. And there's no more in that one. So your first oyster out, you've got a chocolate bronze. Let me dry him up for you. And then moving on to oyster number 2, you've got a lighter pop there. And here's your mother of pearl. So again, there's a little bit of flesh there, but there's no pearls on that side. And then if we have a squidge in here, you've got a darker chocolate. And there's no more in that one. So you've got a chocolate bronze, and then you've got a darker chocolate as well. What do you think to these? Now, Ira, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. If you're not happy, I can of course swap them for you. And then if you're happy, I'll need to know if you'd like the pearls on or off the jewellery, and if on, which colours you would like where. If I run them through the board for you, The lighter of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the darker of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. Okay, Ira, what do you think? What would you like to do? Thank you, Gemma. Swap the darker chocolate for a blue. I've gone for an icy blue, but if you prefer a darker blue, let me know. So the darker chocolate's over there. Of course you can, Dawn, that's not a problem, my lovely. I've got that down for you, Dawn. Congratulations, Gemma. Blue on the charm, okie dokie. And would you like a pearl on the other item? So blue on that. So with the other item, you can have a pearl on or off the jewellery. There we go. Sorry, the wipes weren't playing ball. Yes. So just to confirm, because I did that thing again where I asked 2 questions. So just to confirm, we're going to have the chocolate on the first item and then blue on the jewellery. Okay, just confirm that for me. Sorry to be a pain. I do it to myself. I ask a question and then I ask another question and then you guys answer and I'm I've confused myself. So chocolate on the first item, blue on the charm. And thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, Ira, as well. Aaron's doing well, and Rafiki, yep, he's doing well. Yep, perfect. You're very welcome, Ira. Well, I hope you're happy with that, and of course, everything once it arrives as well. Okay, up next then today is Suzanne Whitsett. Suzanne, are you here? Oh, bless you, Catherine. Last live on Tuesday. Hopefully you'll have a response from me soon. I do apologise if you haven't had one yet. And Suzanne, hello. Mystery donate the shells. Oh, sorry, just let me revert back to Catherine for a second. I don't know if you were here at the front at the start of the live, but I do have a postal run ready to go out. It's just with the Royal Mail Royal Royal Mail have been on strike. It's over the last 24 or 48 hours, I forget, but the back end of this week. And because of that, the next postal run will be going out on Monday. So it has sort of postponed that slightly. And that's just, like I say, because of the strike. There's no point taking it down there because it won't, nothing will be done with it. So as soon as they're back on Monday, that's when it will go out. But if you've emailed me, you will get an email, obviously, with where your order is as well. 48 hours. Thank you, Sue. It changes and everyone's sort of striking at the moment, so I'm getting confused with who's doing what where. Right, sorry Suzanne. So mystery donate, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 openings altogether. So 4 oysters. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? 2, 3 and 4. Let me get these open. 1, 2, 3 and 4. They're on strike 2 days next week too. Hopefully if I can get it to the post office on Monday, because I don't think they're striking on the Monday, are they? So if I get it to the post office on the Monday, it can at least be on track to go. It's just there was no point in me taking it for it to then be on strike for 2 days, because I don't like it. Do you know what I mean? So if I can get it there where it can then actually be processed, then that's okay. Does that make sense? Right, let's go down, Suzanne. So 4 mystery oysters, and we're going to wait to see what comes out. Okay, so mystery oyster number 1. You've got a light double pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, oh, another chocolate bronze pearl. There's no more in that one. Okay, so first pearl out is a chocolate bronze. If I pop him in the sand for you. Moving on to oyster number 2. Double pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Again, a little bit of flesh there, but we can see that there's no pearls on that side. And if, oh, actually, I think we can see a little bit of a peeper just under that bit of flesh. And runaway, you are twinning. Twinning with darker chocolate pearls. Let me dry this up for you. Now again, visually, one does look slightly larger than his twin. Chocolate bronze, which is the lighter, brighter, and then twinning darker chocolates as well. Visually larger is this one that's in the centre, but they may come out measuring the same size. It's just maybe slightly visually different. Moving on to your next oyster. You've got a deep pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, oh bless you Ira, double check your junk folders or spam folders, because the emails, especially confirmation order emails, they get sent out automatically. So do double check spam and things like that. So there's no more in that one, Suzanne. And we've actually got another chocolate pearl here. So again, I'm going to pop it on this side. It's a darker chocolate bronze. So you've got a lighter chocolate bronze, a slightly darker chocolate bronze, and then you've got the dark chocolate twins. So very autumnal colours so far. And then you've got one more oyster to go. So moving on to your last oyster. Again, there's a little bit of flesh on this side. There's no pearls there. And I can see a peeper down at the front there. And you've got a chocolate bronze again. However, this is all a lighter shade. And there's no more in that one. We've had a few chocolate bronze out, yep. So far it's the colour of the evening, isn't it? So this is definitely the lightest of all. So 3 chocolate bronzes, 3 different shades, almost golden towards this one at the front actually. And then you've got your twinning chocolate pearls as well. What do you think to these, Suzanne? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. And if you're not happy, we can of course swap them for you. So if I measure the twins first, a visually smaller chocolate twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Visually larger chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So they are measuring different sizes. If we do the lightest chocolate bronze first, so the lightest is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The middle one is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the darkest is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So we'd like to swap one of the chocolates for a rose gold for the jewellery. Do you have a preference whether to swap out the larger or the smaller chocolate at all? So the larger one is the one on the inside, the smaller one's slightly darker. So do you have a preference to which one to swap out? Just getting the rose gold one for you. Okay, swap the smaller one. Are you happy with that rose gold there? And also, are you happy with the other colours? Perfect with the rose gold. Are you happy with the other colours? Oh, bless you, Suzanne. Thank you. They have emailed me. Royal Mail do email me with all the strike dates. It's just I can't keep the information in my head. I have to sort of constantly check back to remind myself because it changes, doesn't it? Okay, so rose gold on there, and you're happy with the other ones as well, Suzanne. Perfect. I'm just popping these in here for you. Okay. So that's on there. So thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Let me just mark that you was here as well. Okay. Right, that means up next today is Kim Goldie. Kim, are you here? Thank you, Suzanne. Definitely getting there. Kim, hello. Sorry, I have to keep putting this on my lips today because they're sore. It's one of those funny days. Now, Kim, you have got 4 oyster openings altogether. Let me mark that you're here as well. What 4 oysters, Kim, would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and donate. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let me get them open. There's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1, double pop there. Now there's a little bit of flesh on this side, sorry, but you can see that there's no pearls there. I can, however, see a couple of peepers down here. So you're hoping for blues and purples. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's no more in that one. So your first oyster, Kim, and you are quadding. So you've got 4 pearls in with your first oyster. You've got a darker chocolate. You've got a 2-tonal blue. So this is a 2-tonal Pepsi blue. So you've got lighter and darker areas around the blue. A watermelon. And then a sea green as well. So chocolate, 2-tonal Pepsi blue, watermelon and sea green to start with. Are you not a football fan, Linda? I'm glad I'm on today as well. Kim, moving on to oyster number 2. You've got a lighter pop there. Oh, broke the shell slightly there, but there we go. So again, there's a little bit of flesh there, but there's no pearls on that side. And then I'm just going to move that piece of shell there. If we have a squidge in here, it was a draw. Oh, dearie me. I mean, yeah. And there's no more in that one, Kim. So you have got a darker pearl here. And this is a 2-tonal gunmetal grey. So he's just got slight lighter and darker areas to him. I don't know if you can see that on the camera there, but slight darker and lighter areas. Moving on to your next oyster. Now this one is a slight, oh, I can see a peeper, slight clapper. It just means it is slightly open, so I don't need to pop him. And I could see a peeper. Oh, peepers in here. There's your mother of pearl. There's no pearls on that side. But look at these. 1, 2, 3. And there's no more in that one. So you have got triples from your third oyster there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the single pearl at the top. So your triples, you've got another watermelon. So I've popped it under the first watermelon. You've got a lighter icy blue. And you've got a gunmetal grey. Okay, so a single pearl, a quadding oyster and a triple oyster. And then one more to go. So moving on to your last oyster here. Double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And I can see the colour of the night, and that is a chocolate bronze. Oh, he's a tiger eye chocolate bronze. There's no more in that one. So a tiger eye chocolate bronze means that it has that lighter and darker area to him, like a tiger eye stone does. Let me grab this so you can see the two. Here we go. So lighter going round into the darker, back to the lighter. Okay, so I'll pop him at the top as well. Okay, so you've got a two-tonal gunmetal grey and a tiger eye chocolate bronze, a darker chocolate silver, two-tonal Pepsi blue, a watermelon and a sea green, darker gunmetal grey, icy blue and a watermelon. So if I run these through the board for you, Kim, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which ones you'd like on which items. And if you're not happy, we can of course swap them. Now I know you said you was hoping for blues and purples, so if you wanted to swap them for blues and purples, that's absolutely fine. It's completely up to you. The two-tonal gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The tiger eye is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Chocolate silver from the quadding oyster is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Two-tonal Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then from the triple oyster, gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Oh, bless you, Lorna. Swap 2 chocolates for Cadbury chocolate, Cadbury purple chocolate. So the 2 chocolates, this one and this one, I believe, for the Cadbury purple. I'm just finding 2 the same shade and size for you. I believe these 2. Let me pop them at the bottom. Okay, so I've taken out those 2 there, and I've added in these 2 and swapped 2 metallins. What is going on with my speech today? Swap 2 watermelons for 2 icy blues. Okay, so 2 watermelons. I'm just going to move these ones over here so then I can add in the colours that you've requested so you can see them. So 2 icy blues. The purples are perfect. Perfect. Let me grab 2 blues, same shade and size for you as well. Might have to be a slightly lighter, sorry, I went for the brighter icy blues, but I think it might have to be sort of a medium shade. Oh, I dropped one. Icy blue. Let me just see. Oh, here we go. Okay, so what do you think to those? So those again are the ones we're going to be swapping out, and then those purples and those blues there, are you happy with those? Now if you are happy, which ones would you like on which items? Of course, let me just write that down for you. So blue on the snowflakes, so icy blue on there, purple on the stars. Okay, so I'm just taking away the swaps there. I know, Rachel, I had the discounts all ready to go, but we didn't score, so the discount is not coming, I'm afraid. However, next time England play, we may have to do it again. Oh, thank you, Lorna. Okay, Kim, I've got that all down for you, and that's all on there. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you as well for the donations with your shawls, and that's safe up there for you. Oh, hoop fitting for the other icy blue. Of course you can. On a hoop fitting. So that invoice for the hoop fitting, that will get sent across for you over the weekend, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. I'm hoping to get the invoices out tomorrow morning, but as it's a weekend, I do like to say over the weekend, just in case kids are here. So yeah, just in case, but they'll get sent to you before Monday, okay? So yeah, I hope you're happy with everything, my lovely, and that's safe up there for you. Right, up next then today. Oh, bless you, Ira. What I would say is double check. So when you log on to the website, you can sign in to your account on the website, can't you? And then if you go into your account, you can see your past orders there. So that is one way of seeing the past orders. But also double check your email address there, because if it's been misspelled or anything like that, mistyped, it may then obviously not be reaching you. But because they are automated emails from the website, I also wouldn't get notified if that isn't reaching you because of a typo. Obviously, if I'm sending emails and it doesn't reach you because of a typo, I get notified that it's undelivered, but from the website I don't get those. So I would say, if you can, log on to the account and just double check that the email address and everything is correct. I hope that helps. But also you can see your past orders by doing that. And if you don't have an account, you won't be able to see past orders, and you have to be logged into your account for your orders to be linked to the account. So it's worth making one just to see that if you wanted to. Right, up next today is Bronnie Van Leer. Bronnie, are you here? Now, I thought I saw Bronnie earlier, so hopefully she's still here. Oh, I can get rid of the disc. I had all the discount page ready to go to make them go live, but I'll save them. So I'll close that down now. I don't need to keep that open. Bronnie, hello, hello, hello. Now, Bronnie, you are the first person today to have a stick or pick sparkle dip. So, stick or pick sparkle dip is our game at the moment. So we're going to pull out an envelope, so you can see they're all in here. I'll pull one out, and then yeah, we'll see where we go. So you either get to stick if you like the charm as it is, or you can pick, which means you change the pearl colour, but I'll explain as we go. So if I just dive in and pull one out. And then let's go down. Good luck, my lovely. So I like to open them with this just because then I can reuse the envelopes because they're not getting ripped up. Okay, good luck. Oh, now this one has not been on the website before, and I've actually crafted very loosely this here just to see if it shows the charm slightly better than my hands getting in the way all the time. So we'll see if this works. So this is the diamond or the kite charm. Is this going to focus, do we think? There we go. So the diamond or the kite charm, and this is in a lighter pink shade. Now the pearl here is actually a silvery grape purple, but it does look, next to the pink crystal, it gives that pearl a slight pinky tone, doesn't it? But it is actually a silver grape purple. Now that crystal is the same on both sides, and it is that pinky colour. Now Bronnie, if you're happy with this one, you can stick. If you're not happy, you can pick, which means the charm is yours, but we go for a different pearl colour, and you get to pick between a selection of pearl colours from a lucky dip. So it's up to you. Would you like to stick and keep this one with the silver grape purple, or would you like to just, oh, I love it. Would you like to pick and go for a different colour? Perfect, thank you. Does that mean you would like to stick with that one? So I thought if we put it on the card this way, then it's not gonna, I can sort of move it around and we can sort of see all the angles without losing focus. So I know it's not very elegant with this paper clip, but if it works. Just confirm, are we sticking with that one? Let me take it back off there. I'm just going to bring you back up. It works, exactly, it works. I'll find something more elegant now I know it works, but I literally put it together while getting ready for the live, like, oh, what if I do this? And it works, so. If anyone sees Bronnie's comment, please just comment on the comment for me. Just waiting to confirm that it's a stick. I think it is because you said perfect, thank you, but just to make sure. Oh, bless you, Gemma. Now the order list is still open for today, so if anybody would like to order, I can add you onto the order list for today. Why not, Lorna? I think I'd stay with the white though, just because if I had a different colour behind it, it may change the colour of the crystal. Oh, bless you, Linda. That brought it forward. Thank you. Bronnie, I'm so sorry that comment didn't come through, but sticking with that one, perfect. Let me pop him on here. So I hope you're happy with that, Bronnie, and I'll add that to your orders, my lovely. And then, of course, once it's all sent, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. Okay. So up next today is Laura Johnson. Laura, are you here? I can feel my sinuses starting to twang. Do you know when they sort of do that? Please say you know what I'm on about. When they just start, you can feel them building. So yeah, I can feel my sinuses start to... I've got a cold, for those of you who don't know. So yeah, they're starting to pulse. So if my eyes start leaking, I'm absolutely fine. It's just, I suffer with bad sinuses when I get like the smallest of colds. It's great. Laura, hello, hello, hello. Can you have Mystery Oyster donate the shells and you're looking for a watermelon or a sea green? That's perfect. Bronnie, you'd like to send that one to Linda. Oh, bless you. You can. Let me just make a note. Laura, bear with me 1 second. So send to Linda Southam as a gift from Bronnie. Okay, I've got that down for you, Bronnie. Linda, if you don't have an open order with me, I'm going to pop you over an email just to confirm the address that you'd like it sent to. Okay? But yeah, don't worry about that. I'll get in contact if I need to. I do, Jodie. Yeah, I'm terrible for it. Oh, bless you. Thank you, my lovely. Right, sorry, Laura, my lovely. You would like a Mystery Oyster to donate your shells, and we're looking for a watermelon or a sea green. So, watermelon or sea green. Let's get your oyster open. It will be Rebecca. Yep, I'll do an updated order list shortly. Laura, let's go down your Mystery Oyster. Loud pop there. And in here I see a watermelon straight away. There is your mother of pearl, little bit of flesh there, but there's no pearls. I can see watermelon and a darker pearl there. 1, 2, 3. And I'm just squidging in here. There's no more in that one. So you have got triples. You've got 3 pearls in your oyster, and one of them is the watermelon you was hoping for. So let me just dry these up for you. So we've got watermelon, icy blue, and a darker gunmetal grey. Now, Laura, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, if you'd like to swap any of them, we can of course do that for you. Just let me know what you think. So watermelon, icy blue and darker gunmetal grey. If I run them through the board for you, your darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the brighter watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. Swap the gunmetal grey for a sea green, of course you can. What do you think to this sea green here? Would you be happy with that one? And the watermelon and green is one of my favourite combinations together as well. I love them together. Yeah, is that shade okay? I could go darker. I'd have to look if you'd wanted a lighter one. I don't know if I've got any lighter ones available. Or is that one okay? Absolutely perfect. Well, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. Okay, let me pop these in here. Laura, thank you for the donations with your shells then, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Okay, you're very welcome. Up next today is Caroline Rensburg. Caroline, are you here? Caroline, hello. Sorry, I'm just quickly updating the order list on my end so I can update it on the page shortly. Caroline, can you have one mystery, one surprise? You can indeed. Donate the shells, and we don't know what colours you'd like until they come out. Okay, I'm just marking that you're here, Caroline. There we go. So one mystery, one surprise. And we're going to wait to see what colours you get. So one mystery, one surprise. Hello Charlotte, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, so Caroline, let's go down. Let's open the mystery oyster first. You've got a lighter pop there. Oh, and just as I opened it, you had a runaway. I don't know if you saw that, but that is, oh, it's a two-tonal runaway. So there's your mother of pearl. There's your runaway. He went underneath. There's no pearls on that side there. A little bit of a pearl blister at the top here. Now, I can also see you are possibly quadding, but let me have a squidge. There's one side, two sides. Sides? One pearl, two pearl. Oh my gosh. Quadding. There we go. My wording today is terrible. Okay, there's no more in that one. So quadding with your first oyster. The Rudolph Cage pendant. Oh, he's so cute, the Rudolph Cage pendant. He's just come back in stock, that one. He was here last year. He was extremely popular, so we got him back again for this year. Right, Caroline, your first colours is, your first one is this darker chocolate bronze. You've got a two-tonal strawberries and cream, so it's a base bridal white. Where's the flash of colour? It's got like a slight flash. I can't seem to catch it on camera. Okay, so it's just got a slight flash of pink to him, but I don't think the camera's catching it. So a slight strawberries and cream. You've then got a two-tonal pink. So I'm going to say this is a two-tonal sort of blush pink. Oh, let me get it focused for you. Two-tonal blush pink, but he's got that gorgeous, brighter, deeper tone to him. And then this one is a dark grape purple. So we can see that purple coming through there. So chocolate, strawberries and cream, two-tonal pink and a grape purple. And then moving on to your surprise oyster. There's one side and the other side. Ooh, oh, and he ran away there. Quite a nice larger two-tonal Pepsi and TARDIS blue. And there's no more in that one. So again, he's two-tonal, so I'll show you this one. Thank you, Bab. So he's two-tonal Pepsi and TARDIS blue, lighter and darker as you go around the pearl there. Caroline, what do you think to all of these? Now again, if you're happy, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So I'll go through the colours again. You've got a chocolate bronze, a strawberries and cream, a bright blush pink, so it's quite an unusual brighter pink there, grape purple and two-tonal Pepsi TARDIS blue. The chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The strawberries and cream is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Brighter two-tonal pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the darker grape purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5, sorry. I didn't see which one that was. And then the two-tonal Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Swap the pink for a sea green and the red for the chocolate bronze. Okay. So red and green. Okay, if you have a look at these ones here, just let me know, are you happy with those? So I've swapped out the pink and the chocolate, and I've added in the green and the red. That's perfect. Perfect. Let me bring you back up. I'm just going to pop these in here for you and take the swaps away. Okay, Caroline, I hope then you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you, my lovely. You're very, very welcome. Up next today is Rachel Jones. Rachel, are you here? Caroline, you're very, very welcome. Rachel, hello, hello, hello. Rachel, you have got 3 oysters altogether. What 3 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Bless you, Jackie, thank you. I got my Christmas mug. He's happy. I'm happy. And I'm being naughty as well. I'm having a hot chocolate. Mystery, donate the shells. Okay, is there a certain colour you're hoping for? So 1, 2 and 3 oysters here. 1, 2 and 3. So let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1, Rachel. See what comes out. Perfect. So there's a lighter pop there. Exactly, Julie. Okay. Oh, again, did anyone see that? The runaway, but if I just move that out of the way, sneaky runaway, it came out and then sort of slipped under the oyster as it wiggled, as I wiggled the oyster, of course. So there's your mother of pearl. You've got a darker runaway there. I can see that you have got multiples in here. So 2, 3, 4. And there's no more in that one. Rachel, your first oyster, you are quadding. Let me dry these up for you. You have got a brighter watermelon, a sea green, a chocolate base, and he does have a slight green overtone to him, and a blurple. So a blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. Watermelon, sea green, chocolate with a green overtone, and a blurple. Moving on to your second oyster. Quite a nice sharp pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here I can see twinning right down the side there. They actually look like forest green twins. There's no more in that one. I can definitely see green in this pearl. Let me dry them both up and we'll have a closer look. Yeah, they are. One slightly lighter than his twin, but they both are forest green. So you can see the one on this side is lighter, but only just, but they've both got that deep green tone to them. And then moving on to your last oyster. You've got a softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And then if we have a squidge in here, it's the colour of the night, chocolate bronze. And there's no more in that one. Okay. Rachel, let's have a closer look at these colours for you. It looks like they're sort of going down in a triangle here. So quadding at the top with a watermelon sea green, a chocolate with a slight green overtone, and a blurple, which is a mix between blue and purple. Twinning forest greens, one which is slightly lighter than his twin, and then you've got that dark chocolate bronze pearl as well. Now Rachel, again, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. If you are happy, that's perfect. So you just let me know what you think. Your watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The chocolate with the green overtones, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the blurple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Slightly lighter green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Slightly darker green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're the same size there. And the chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. It's upside down Christmas tree. So if we turn it around, there we go, Christmas tree. But Rachel, what do you think? Oh, swap the darker green for a red and the chocolate green for a cranberry purple. So red and cranberry purple. Okay, have a look. Oh. There we go. So those two are the two we've swapped out. Are you happy? Oh, that purple's got an imperfection. Sorry, I didn't see that. Oh, he's got a little dent in him. Okay, so I'll get you a different purple. So the pearls are natural products, so sometimes they do have imperfections. It's not often, but sometimes they do. So I will just grab you a different one. All 7 on jump rings, of course you can. Let me grab you another purple. Okay, have a look at this one. Are you happy with that red and purple there? Just going to bring you back up, but if you're not happy with the colours, I can swap them. Love them? Okay. So let me just pop them in here and I'll write that down. So on jump rings. Perfect. Rachel, my lovely, I hope you're happy with that. And of course with everything once it arrives. And thank you as well for the donations with your shells. Okay, and up next today is Suzanne Purdy. Suzanne, are you here? You're very, very welcome, my lovely. Okay, I have just updated the order list on the page. So if anybody would, let me try that again. If anybody has ordered, you can see whereabouts you are on the page. And if you would like to order, there is still space available for today. And Suzanne, hello. You've got one opening altogether. Can you have mystery and donate the shells? Of course you can. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Okay, so let's go down. Your mystery oyster. We've got a double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, you've got a chocolate bronze. Why is there so many chocolate bronze pearls today? Deary me, but a chocolate bronze. I mean, it's a lovely colour. It's just it's definitely the colour of the day. So the colour of the day is normally whatever colour comes out most that live. Chocolate bronze is definitely the colour of the day. Right, let me hold this up for you, Suzanne. What do you think to him? If you're happy, that's perfect. If you're not, we can of course swap him for a colour of your choice. If I run him through the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. Swap for a watermelon, of course you can. So I've gone for a brighter watermelon. If that's not the correct shade, let me know and I can go lighter. Good evening, Catherine. I hope you're well as well. Lovely with that one. Perfect. That is yours. Suzanne, as always, thank you for the donations with your shells. And I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. Right, up next then today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? Oh, it's a good hot chocolate. Now, I remember seeing Cindy earlier, so hopefully she's still here. As always, if anybody sees anyone's comments, please comment on the comment because it will bring it forward so I can see. Cindy, hello, hello, hello. Cindy, you have got 2 oyster openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Christmas let me try that again. Christmas mugs are back, Kathy. They are indeed. Happy Mr. Snowman today. He's new this year, Mr. Snowman is. I'm fine, thank you, Madeline. I hope you're well as well. So do I, Dana. Thank you, Linda. Mystery, donate the shells, and we're going to wait to see what colours come out. Okay, so 1 and 2 mystery oysters, donating the shells, and we're going to see what colours come out. Okay, so if we go down, mystery oyster number 1, we have got a softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Now I can see straight away you have got twinning. Ew, there's a bug. There's a bug. There was no more pearls. There's a bug. I don't know how it's moved the bug. It could be a sea bug. I don't know. Ugh. That made me cringe. That did. Sorry that I can't look at that. Oh, dearie me. Okay, so twinning, Cindy, with dark green twins there. First oyster, and you're twinning with dark green twins. Oh, bless you, Rebecca. So it's on the page, on the order list that was already on the page. I can post it in the comments in a moment for you if you'd like to after this opening. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's your mother of pearl. I don't know, I didn't want to look too closely, Linda. I get so freaked out by bugs, I didn't want to look. Oh. I mean, I can put it to the side and see if Aaron wants to look at it, but I doubt he would, to be honest. Right, I can see a little bit of a peeper down the bottom here, Cindy, and the top, and is that another? It is. I thought I could feel another one. You are quadding. You have got 4 pearls in your oyster here. Quadding, Cindy, with your second oyster. So you've got a blurple, which is a mix between a blue and a purple, a chocolate silver, a sea green. I'm just drying him off there, and then a watermelon. So twinning forest greens, blurple, chocolate silver, sea green, and a watermelon. I suppose it could have been Linda, although that hasn't happened before. I mean, I've never found a bug before. I mean, that is more reasonable explanation, I suppose. I can't. Ah. Oh, it was dark like the tail, actually. Oh, I've got shivers. I don't like it. Right, Cindy, what do you think to these? Let me run them through the board. Forest green number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Forest green number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. So the twins are measuring different sizes. The blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The chocolate silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Oh, Saskia, don't. Oh, gosh. There was a spider in here earlier, and I tried to be brave. Now, it did involve, I tried to hoover up the spider. I do apologise for anybody who doesn't agree with that, but I thought I'll be brave, I'll try hoover up the spider. The thing was too big for the hoover. It just sat there, like, having a little, I don't know, the hoover was like, the spider just sat there, so I had to get Aaron to come get it. It was on the long, like, really long nozzle of the hoover, so maybe it wasn't strong enough. Can you swap the silver and the watermelon for 2 royal blues? I can definitely have a look. Blue is one of those colours at the moment where I am running quite low. So I've got... See, they're all different shades and colours. So I'll show you what I've got, Cindy. It's actually slightly lighter than royal blue, this one. Let me have a look in here. So I've got these two. They are slightly smaller and they're lighter than royal blue. Now, if they're not the correct shade, there will be a waiting list for the darker blues. So if you don't mind waiting, I can pop you on a waiting list there. If you prefer not to wait and you're not happy with those blues, is there a different colour that you would prefer? The rest on jump rings, that's not a problem, but let me know about the blues, my lovely. If I take these 2 away. Those are fine, perfect. So blue on the jewellery and the other 4 on jump rings. Let me bring you up here. Now, the invoice for your jump ring, Cindy, that will get sent across for you over the weekend, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Okay, if I pop these on here for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. So again, Cindy, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Now, I said I'd post the order list, so I'll post from the next person. So up next is Angela Sylvester. And let me just pop, there we go, there's the order list there. Sorry, I'm just trying to look for the email. Yeah, found it. Perfect. Angela, hello. Angela, you've got 4 oyster openings altogether. What 4 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Bless you, Jess. Hello, my lovely. Thank you for joining us. Just marking that you're here, Angela. There we go. Mystery and donate the shells. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1, 2, 3 and 4. I might have to go top that bag up, but I've brought them in here so I can top them up if need be quite easily. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. Hoping for either crimson reds or moon greys. Okay, so we'll wait and see what comes out, and then we'll go from there. Oyster number 1. We've got a softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Now again, there's a little bit of flesh there, but there's no pearls on that side. And I can see a peeper, colour of the night. You've got a chocolate bronze there. And there's no more in that one. So chocolate bronze to start with. Moving on to your next oyster, you've got a lighter pop there. And again, we've got a runaway. If I just move that over, you can see a runaway there. There is your mother of pearl. And you've got 1 and 2. You are twinning. Now that darker bit there is just the tail. That's not a pearl there. But twinning with darker greens again. So second colour of the night tonight. So let me pop these in here. So a chocolate bronze and twinning dark greens. So these, I would say, the most 2 popular colours that we're getting. Oh, bless you, Donna. Thank you, my lovely. Definitely getting there. I've actually picked up a cold now. So once that goes, touch wood, that'll be okay. Right, moving on to your next oyster. You've got a sharper pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Oh my gosh. It is chocolate bronze for the evening. There's no more in that one. I don't think we've ever had a colour that's come out this much before. So second chocolate bronze, Angela. And then we've still got 1 oyster to go. So moving on to your last oyster. Lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And why not end with a darker chocolate bronze this time? And there's no more in that one. Okay, so twinning darker greens and 3 chocolate bronze pearls. Now, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. As you know, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Now it was reds or moon greys that I believe you said you was hoping for. So if you wanted to swap for those colours, just let me know and I'll have a look around and see what we can find for you. If I run them through the board, chocolate bronze number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the third one is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. And then your green twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And then number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So again, they are measuring slightly different sizes there. Now there will definitely be a wait on Midnight Blues. So if you don't mind waiting for the blues, then I can pop that down for you. But I don't know how long the wait would be. So it's completely up to you. Okay, what do you think to these reds here? If not, I can go for the light silvery grey. I know, Yvonne. So many today. I mean, it's a lovely colour, it's just they're all... so many of them. What do you think? Would you be happy to wait for the blues? And what do you think to the reds? Sorry, I'm just having a sip of my drink before it goes too cold. Okay, what do we think? Again, if anybody can see Angela's comments, please comment on that comment because it will bring it forward so I can see. What do you think, Angela? So are you happy with those reds? And there would be a wait for the midnight blues, so would you be happy to wait, or is there a different colour that you would like to get? Moran, bless you, thank you. You've brought that comment forward for me. So Cadbury purples instead. That's not a problem at all. Okay, what do you think to all of these shades here? So reds and purples. Are you happy with those? Reds on the item, and yes, that will perfect. Perfect. Okay, so let me bring you back up here. So we're going to have reds on there, and you're happy with the purples as well. I'm sorry about the blues. We're sort of running low on all shades of the darker blues, but midnight blues especially. So I'm glad you're happy with the purples, my lovely. Oh, I need to grab some staples. Okay, well, thank you for the donations with your shells, Angela. And as always, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. I'm just going to pop you guys on this screen here because I'm just jumping up. Oh, stretch my legs apparently. To grab some staples. I need to actually, why don't I just keep, where's the staple box? There we go. I've got the whole box this time. I've been taking one or two staples out at a time. Makes no sense. I've now got the box with me. There we go. Okay. There we go. Perfect. And up next then today is Jo Holman. Jo, are you here? Oh, bless you, Linda. Well, I hope you get a good sleep tonight. I need to put some more of this on. Jo, hellos. Hello, hello, hello. Jo, you have got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? What's the crystal game? Is it a mix of jewellery like Mims? The one we've got at the moment is just crystal charms. The one that's coming up, I can't give anything away, but it should be, hopefully, I want it will definitely be live by December, but I'm hoping it will be live come next week, early next week. I showed a little preview earlier of some elf cards. Mystery, donate the shells, Jo. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Mystery oyster. And let's, oh, where's the mouse? There we go. Let's go down. So in here, you've got a light pop there. Sorry, Sarah. But yeah, I'm hoping by Monday. We're putting up our Christmas in the house this weekend, so that's exciting. Oh, I can't get the... There we go, it was connected to the other side there. So there's no pearls on that side, as you can see, just a little bit of flesh. Quite a few colours, Joe, so I hope the colours that come out you'll be happy with them. Now I can see straight away a gorgeous bright autumn peach at the bottom there. Quite a large size autumn peach there as well. And there's no more in that one. So, autumn peach. What do you think to this one? If you're happy with this one, Joe, that's perfect. I can pop him on your jewellery. And if you're not happy, we can, of course, swap him for you. If I run him through the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. It's beautiful and perfect. Perfect. Let me bring you back up here. Okay, so you're happy for that one to go on your jewellery. Okay, so Joe, thank you for the donations with your shells, and that's safe up there. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. So I was just about to ask that, Kathy. So I'm gonna, if I have enough room, then yes, I would love stuffed stockings to be on at the same time. It's just if I have enough room for the stuffed stockings and the new one. Also, I don't want there to be too much going on, but stuffed stockings is kind of our regular year on year, isn't it? So I kind of don't want to miss it out. I don't know. Maybe I should do a poll whether you'd like to have that back, the new one, both. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see what the situation is when I try to set it up. Joe, you're very, very welcome. Right, there's 5 people currently on the order list. So if you'd like to order, there's not going to be too long a wait at all. Up next today is Mandy Hughes. Mandy, are you here? Mandy, hello. Mandy, you have got 1 oyster opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Right, there we go. Sorry about that. Mandy, mystery and donate the shells. Okay. Now, are you still hoping for that sunshine yellow, or is there a different colour you're hoping for, Mandy? So if we go down, your mystery oyster, You've got a lighter pop there. Oh, okay, so there's quite a bit of flesh on that side, but there's no pearls there. And oh, and you've got a runaway, but I can also see 3, 2 and 3. And there's no more in that one. Mandy, you have got triples. You've got 3 pearls in this oyster here. I agree, Kathy. Right, so icy blue, watermelon and a gunmetal grey, Mandy. Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can, of course, swap them for you to whatever colour you would like. So, what do you think and what would you like to do? The icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, oh, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Swap anyone for a sunshine yellow. Do you have a preference to which one to swap out at all? Because obviously you do get to keep the loose pearls as well. And just confirm, are you happy with that sunshine yellow there? Swap out the darker one. Perfect. Oh, bless you, Bronnie. Mandy, are you happy with that yellow? Just going to bring you back up, but if you're not happy, we can, of course, swap him. That's beautiful. Perfect. Mandy, again, I want to apologise for the confusion. I completely misunderstood before, but I'm glad we've done your opening tonight, so thank you for letting me know. Otherwise, obviously, I would have missed that. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well, and I hope, Mandy, that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, and up next today is Rebecca Saltoff. Rebecca, are you here? Oh no, sorry, on the order list. Sorry, Rebecca. Sorry, my lovely. On the order list up next is Pamela. I just haven't got Pamela out. Bear with me. So Rebecca, my lovely, bear with me. You'll be up after Pamela. Pamela Rousewell, you're up next. So sorry, it's because I popped your order list down there. Oh, bless you, Rebecca. you'll be up next after Pamela. It's just on the order list, that's what I had. I just didn't get it out the wallet there, so I do apologise. So, Pamela Rousewell, are you here? It's fine. Bless you, Rebecca. Now, if anybody can see Pamela, please comment on her comment, because that will bring it forward so I can see. So I'm looking for Pamela Rousewell. Are you here? Oh no. That snuck up on me there. I do apologise. Oh, bless you, Shell, and thank you. I am feeling better in one sense. I've got a cold, so hopefully that will pass sooner rather than later. I took some Lemsip before the live and a Sudafed for my nose, so that's hopefully going to last out. But yeah, I'm definitely getting there. Thank you for asking. Last call for Pamela. If not, we'll move on. And then, of course, if she comes on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. So, Pamela Rousewell, are you here? So I can hear my earrings jingling in my ears. It's like a Christmas jingle. I don't think you guys could hear it. Hang on. No, I don't know. The microphone moves. But yeah, I don't know if you could hear it. Oh, bless you, Kez, and thank you. Literally just, I don't even think the line's straight at the back. Just went down the middle, ponytailed it, plaited it, really, really loose plait, and then just spun it. I've been warm. The office was warm earlier. I've turned the heating off now, so it's finally cooling down. So I needed the hair off my neck. So yeah, that's why it went straight up today. You can hear it. Oh, brilliant. Right, I haven't seen Pamela, so we're going to move on. If she does come on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. Let me just mark that she's not here yet. Up next then is Rebecca Saltoff. Rebecca, are you still here? Thank you for waiting, my lovely. Oh, bless you, Kez. Thank you. So, Rebecca, if you're still here, you'd like to have mystery oysters and keep your shells. That's perfect. Still here? Perfect. Let me just mark that you are indeed here. So, 2 mystery oysters, keeping your shells. Are there... I couldn't pick one up then. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? So there's one and the other. So let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. You've got a lighter pop there. Now there's your mother of pearl, hoping for a sea green. Now straight away I can see 1, 2 and 3 pearls there. Oh, I'm just going to move that out of the way. It's just a piece of the shell there. It's a piece of the shell. And there's no more in that one. So your first oyster, and you have got triples. Now I'll show you those pearls in just a moment. What I like to do is I like to clean the shells as we go when you guys like to keep the shells. So I'll clean the shells off and then I'll show you the pearls and then move on to the next oyster if that's okay. Okay, so from your first oyster, you have got a icy blue, a watermelon, and a darker gunmetal grey. So 3 pearls in one oyster, icy blue, watermelon, and gunmetal grey. And then moving on to your second oyster. Oh, lighter, but quite a nice sharp pop there. And in here, you've got a few pearl blisters on this one. I love a good pearl blister. And I can see that you have got multiples again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you are quadding. So you've got 4 pearls in that oyster. Again, I'm just going to take the flesh off here. Okay, so I'm going to pop them all in the sand and then I'll go through the colours. We have got a bridal white, a brighter deep pink, a slightly two-tonal chocolate bronze, and a chocolate purple. So it's a base chocolate with a slight purple overtone. So from the top you've got icy blue, watermelon, darker gunmetal grey, bridal white, darker pink, chocolate bronze, and a chocolate purple. Now, Rebecca, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which 2 you would like to go on your jewellery. And of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Your icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. The bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The deeper pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the chocolate with the purple overtone is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Okay, Rebecca, what do you think and what would you like to do? Swap the icy blue and the gunmetal for sea green. You can. I'm just going to move these ones up just so I can put the sea greens below. Just looking for 2 the same shade and size. Okay, so have a look at these 2 here. Would you be happy with those greens on your jewellery? So I've taken out those 2 and then added in these 2 here if you're happy with those. Just going to wrap your shells up here. Sarah, I honestly don't know that one. I asked my supplier. They haven't actually got back to me. I haven't actually, I haven't seen an email from them. They may have got back to me, but I haven't seen anything yet. So as soon as I have the 100% answer, I can let you guys know. You can. Sometimes the flesh has sort of taken on the colour of the pearl, if you like, where it's been absorbed. Especially pinks, it happens. Sometimes blues, green. Actually, yeah, purples. I think we've seen all colours. But where are we? That's perfect, Rebecca. Perfect. Let me bring you back up here. So we're going to have greens on the jewellery. And then you've got your other pearls there as well. Just going to pop these in here for you. I've wrapped up your shells as well, so they'll be on the way to you soon as well. So Rebecca, I hope you're happy with that. And of course, happy with everything once it arrives. And then that's safe up there for you. Oh, it does, Joe. It's just not the same shade. Like sometimes, I remember one when I saw it was purple in the flesh, but the pearl was like a black cherry. But black cherry does have like purple tones in there. So I can see what you mean, but it does, but it doesn't. Oh, bless you. Of course, Pamela, I can add you back into the end, my lovely. Rebecca, you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Kathy Rax. Kathy, are you here? Kathy, hello. You have got 3 oysters altogether. Mystery oysters and donate. 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to have to top these up in a minute, I think. So donate the shells. Kathy, is there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? So 1, 2 and 3. So let's go down. Your mystery oyster number 1. You've got a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Now to start with down the bottom, oh, this is a perfect example actually. So you've got sea green there. Can you see that the flesh is slightly green? It's not normally that sort of green colour there. So you've got the sea green pearl. So let me squidge him out and have a squidge in here. Okay, so there's no more in that one. There he is. Then moving on to oyster number 2. You've got a softer pop there. And in here we've got, oh, sorry, it's still attached. There we go. A little bit of a pearl blister on the inside of that shell, but we can again definitely see there's no pearls there. I can, however, see that you've got a couple of pearls in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are quadding. Kathy, 4 pearls with your second oyster. And we've got a dark purple, a bright pink, a chocolate bronze, and a bridal white. That's actually, we've had a similar combination to that this evening already actually. So dark purple, bright pink, chocolate bronze and a bridal white. And then moving on to your last oyster, you've got a double pop there. There's your mother of pearl, but again, there's no pearls on that, just had a little squidge of that flesh there. And I can see that you are twinning. Now these actually look like they're slightly different colours there to each other. And there's no more in that one. Now this one at the back here definitely is a green, but I would say that this one at the front is more of a midnight blue. So you've got a sea green. Actually, let me show you, because I think he's a two-tonal green. Okay, so this one, green, yes, he does. Oh, he's got sand on him now. Let me brush that off. He's a two-tonal green and sea blue. No, sea green and midnight blue. And then his twin is a midnight blue. So Kathy, altogether you've got sea green at the top, dark purple, brighter pink, chocolate bronze and a bridal white, and then twinning one which is a dark green two-tonal blue, and then you've got a single his twin is a midnight blue as well. What do you think to those, Kathy? Of course, if you're happy, I'll need to know which colours you'd like on which item, and if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. The sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Dark purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Bright pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. And then the two-tonal green and blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So the twins are measuring different sizes as well as being different colours. Swap the purple and pink and chocolate for 3 Snow Whites for the jewellery and hoop fittings on the rest. You can. Oh, okay, so there's one. And then the other two need to be the same size. I'm just going to bring that one back because I might be able to match. Yeah, I could match that one. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, just have a look at these for me. Oh, so I've swapped out these 3 here and I've added in those 3 there. So if that's correct, the whites on the jewellery and the 4 on the top you'd like to be invoiced for hoop fittings. I'm just going to write that down. However, if the colours are not correct, I'll go back down and change them. On hoop. That's lovely. Oh, bless you. Well, I'm glad you're happy, my lovely. Let me just pop these in here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so your invoice for the hoop fittings, that will get sent across for you over the weekend. And again, it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Kathy, thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Up next is Katie Brown. Katie, are you here? While I'm just waiting for Katie to come on, Kathy, you're very welcome. I'm just going to pop you guys on this screen because I'm just going to top up this mystery bag for a second. That'll be enough. Yes, so if people choose to donate, you can see a couple of pictures there. I clean them up and sanitize them, then I give them to the nursery who use them in different activities. Oh, I'm so sorry. Again, that snuck off on me, sorry. Right, I'm currently looking for Katie Brown. Katie, are you here? Thank you, Kaz. Katie, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. I'm just going to yawn. I'm so sorry. So sorry. And if anyone else can see Katie, please comment on her comment because again, that will bring it forward so I can see. So last call for Katie, if not we'll move on. And then if she does come on, we can add her in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. So sorry. Once you start, you just can't stop, can you? I can't. Right, there we go. Right, I haven't seen her, so we're going to move on. And like I say, if she comes on, we will add her back in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. Up next then is Pamela Rousewell. Pamela, are you here? I did, Dawn. Bless you. I added Pamela back. I thought I said I did. If I didn't say that I did, I'm sorry, Pamela. I have added you back in. You're up now, my lovely. So just marking that Katie's not here yet. And Pamela, hopefully you're still here as well, because you was here not too long ago. Good night, Rebecca. Thank you for joining us today. Bless you, Pamela. Thank you. I'm sorry, that comment didn't come through to me, so thank you those who commented on it. So Pamela, you've got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Yes, Kez. So they're cultured pearls, so they should have, no, sorry, not cultured pearls, they're cultured oysters, so they should have at least one pearl in them. We have had over the 6 years a couple of, like a handful of times where the oysters haven't had a pearl in. If that's the case, then we just pick you another oyster, so you are guaranteed to have a pearl, okay, or pearls, depending on the oyster. So yeah, they should have pearls in. On the rare, very, very rare occasion it doesn't, we just pick you another one. Expand the rainbow and donate. So Pamela, today at the moment we've only got the mystery bag or the surprise bag. So the surprise bag is a mix of expand the rainbow, new rainbow and normal oysters. So if you wanted the expand the rainbow, it's obviously it will just be a big mix of what's in the surprise bag. Would you be happy with one of those? Oh, bless you, Kez. You're very welcome. We're live every Friday, Sunday and Tuesday. So if you'd like to see us again, we're live again this coming Sunday from 7:30 p.m. Try the surprise bag, Pamela. Okay, and what did we say? Donate the shells. So, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for at all? Let's go down. So, in here, there's one side and the other side. We've got a dark purple pearl there. And there's no more in that one. So we've got a dark purple. Let me hold him up for you. He's like a dark silvery grape purple. Now, if you're happy with this one, Pamela, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can, of course, swap him for you. So dark silvery grape purple. What do you think to this one? If I run him through the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. What do you think to this one? Two-tonal pink and yellow. Pink and yellow together? No, I wouldn't have that. I already know that I don't have that. I'd have a two-tonal pink which would have lighter and darker pinks. Or I'd have a two-tonal yellow with lighter and darker yellows. I definitely don't have the two colours together. Just because that's quite an unusual pairing, I'd remember if I did. Or did you mean to see a two-tonal pink or a two-tonal yellow? Ooh, 8.5 Blurple. Now, that one looks quite large. No, that one's not. Okay, let me measure those two and see if those, oh, let me measure those for you, and if they're 8.5s, you can let me know what you think to the shade. Number 1's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. So that one is an 8.5. That one's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. So these two are both 8.5s. I think the colour's pretty, it's just a slight difference. So that's number 1, that's number 2. Are either of those what you're looking for? So they're both 8.5s. Number 1 and number 2. We do have, I was thinking, we did have apples and corals, and the other closest colour to it I would say is our sunset pearls, which are like autumn peach and pink. But again, I don't think I've got any of those in stock at the moment, because I had a waiting list, so I think that they sort of got, I don't have any waiting, if that makes sense. There would be a waiting list. But yeah, I think either the apple and coral or the autumn peach and pink, which are like the sunset pearls, would be the closest to the pink and yellow. Thank you, Dawn. Is the roundest. They're both pretty bang on. If anything, possibly number 2, which is that one there. Let me get it focused again. Sorry, I'm just getting it refocused for you, my lovely. Why doesn't it like it now? Oh, there we go. Yeah, possibly number 2, which is this one. Love number 2. Okay, so let me just pop number 2 in the bag for you, and I'll pop the other one back over here. Let me bring you up, Pamela. So you're happy for that one to go onto your jewellery. Oh, my eyes started to water. Okay, let me pop this on here, and let me just write down that we're going to have Blurple on there. Perfect. Pamela, my lovely, I hope that you're happy with that then, and of course happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And I've just popped that safely up there for you. So you're, oh bless you, no, you're very, very welcome. And I actually think that's the end of the order list for today. Let me just refresh this here. It is, that's the end of the order list for today. So thank you all for watching and for joining us. We're going to be live again on Sunday evening, so if you'd like to order or book in for Sunday, you can do so on our website, and then I'll get you booked in. Or if you'd just like to join us and watch, please do so. We'll be live from around 7:30 on Sunday. I hope you'll have a brilliant weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.